Well, hi guys. It's Sunday, February the 3rd. That's about 60 degrees, a little better. And it feels great. But it sure feels better than earlier this week when it was down and below zero and in the minus side of the temperature. But unfortunately, to say it's turned into a muddy mess is an understatement. It's like soup around here now. We was going to try to cut the beans for the neighbor up the road, and it's the first time I ever seen beans do this in my life, but they were froze solid, and you couldn't get the hull off of them. You couldn't haul them out. They were that froze. There was a couple of guys, one to the southeast over here, that cut about the last 5 acres they had and got them done. And there's another field on the way home that they got, it's maybe a 40-acre field, and they've got maybe 10 acres out of it before the bottom fell out. And I do mean bottom fell out. They just, whew, that's a mess. Everybody now is just at a screeching halt. Nothing you can do. Sit and look at all this lovely mud, and they're forecasting tomorrow's supposed to be up to 60. Then the heavy rains move in, 2 to 3 inches worth. So, you know, it is what it is kind of deal. Can't do nothing about it. Supposed to be warm this whole next week and weekend, and there is an auction coming next weekend I want to go to, so probably going to that. It's held at Producer Stockyard in Hillsboro, so it's on gravel, so at least there's, you know, not going to be slopping around in mud too much. Been trying to do some trading and haven't been successful yet. Thought I had my no-till drill traded off, but deal fell through. So, oh well, back to the drawing board. Kind of a little on that. Please don't take this the wrong way, guys, but I'm not against no-till. Okay, I think it's a good thing, and everything that goes with it. But this soil on this farm and this whole stinking area, no-till doesn't work. It's just as simple as that. And when I say, you know, smarter guys than me have tried this, well, I know guys that have been doing this, trying for 25 years on different ground, trying to make no-till work, and it just doesn't work here. And I know you're going to say, junk the planter. That'll, you know, no-till work then. Well, guys right across the fence that farm 25,000 acres have a brand new Kinsey air seeder, and they can't no-till in this soil. Guys that's running brand new deer planters, new Case International, it doesn't work around here. And there's one very simple reason why. This soil, if it has any kind of moisture to it. You cut a seed trench and it drops a seed in it. If you put any pressure at all over the top of that, the seed's done for. Now, it will work if you have ideal conditions where the ground is dry. If the ground's bone-ass dry, it will work. No-till will work anywhere around here. But if it's got any moisture, it won't do it. It's just the type of soil that it is. So let's try to get that straightened out. I'm for no-till. I see the benefits in others' ground, not here, because it doesn't work. And when I say that, it's not just me. There are hundreds of farmers around here who can't get it to work either. So it's not just me. Everybody does some kind of tillage, and it's just the way it is. We all want it to work. We all wished it worked. But it's just the soil here on this farm. It's the soil in this part of the county. It's just some funky stuff. When this stuff, if you cut a slit in it wet, wherever you cut that slit, that ground dries rock hard, and there's nothing you can do about it. There are guys who have put cover crops in after corn, after beans, hauling organic material in, you name it. They've tried it. It's just the type of soil, and you can't change that. And no amount of organic material will change the chemical makeup of the soil. And that's all there is to it. I wish there was a magic solution to this, but there's not. It's just the ground. And you can't change it. Now, you can put organic material and make it richer, but it doesn't change the soil structure or the soil chemistry of what it actually is. Some of the best beans I grew were 2014 or 15, the one where I did right out here. I cut down through the field and back. That was the year I had a friend of mine planting with a no-till drill. And it was late and it was dry. And they grew like gangbusters. They were really good beans. But last year is a prime example. It was a wet year. 2017 wasn't much better. So, it is what it is kind of deal. I really wished that no-till would work here, but it is what it is. And you can't throw money at it to try to make it no-tillable ground, because it won't work. It's been tried. Like I said, you got guys farming 5, 10, 15,000, 25,000 acres in this area, and when they come into this area to farm, they don't no-till. they'll come in and do some kind of tillage, whether it's vertical tillage, hit it with a disc, field cultivator, whatever. They'll do some kind of tillage before they plant, because this ground needs to be opened up so it can air and warm up. And when it's dried out, plant it, you'll grow good crops. But if it's got moisture in it, and just prime example, my corn back here, where I no-tilled into moist soil that had a lot of grass on it. Waste of time. But it is what it is. But you live and you learn. You learn from others what they've tried and what failed at. And when I bought my no-till drill, I thought I had it figured out. Well, no, that was wrong. And I understand why it was wrong now. The AC planter, as a no-till planter, works in this soil for one simple fact. It does not put pressure on top of the seed trench. You don't have closing wheels pushing or anything. You just got the old style press wheels on a planter. You know, your V'd ones. So it really doesn't put any pressure on it. So it will work to a point. Yeah, it kind of is what it is. Enough about no-till. Like I say, I'm for no-till. I wish no-till worked here. I really do. But it's just the type of soil that is here that I don't want to say you got to farm it differently, but you do. What you guys out in Indiana and Illinois and Iowa and Nebraska, Missouri, what you guys can do there won't work here. I wish it would. I really do, but you go 10, 12 miles to the east of us, there's guys that's been no-tilling for 20, 25 years, year after year after year, putting cover crops on. I know one fella in particular that literally has a 3-inch mat of organic material that he plants into every year. And he has great crops. But he's farmed ground down in here. Is why he moved to where he's at. Because no-till and this type of soil that's here is a little bit harder to farm. Piece of the ground right across the road is the hardest to farm ground there is around here. Because I can't do over there what I can do here. There's that much difference in the soil. Even that lower part of the field down there, from that pin oak to that crooked tree down there, that corner is like it is across the road. And it's the same way. I mean, it works the same as that over there. You touch it wet, you got concrete to deal with. You got a better chance of planting that road out there if you work it wet. So I have to plant that side of the road and that corner a little differently. I got to work it differently. Everything you do to that has to be done a little differently. This ground right out here, you can hit it wet, come back in an hour or two, and it'll break up. There's just that much difference from one side of the road to the other. Can't do nothing about it. You just farm what you got and you go on with it. And after, let's see, 30, 40, 47 years of farming out across the road, believe me, I know what to do to it and not do to it. Excuse me. And it works, does the same thing every year. First time you go into it in the spring, the best thing you can do is disc it lightly and just break the crust. Break it open about yay deep. And leave it lay till it gets a rain on it. Then you can come back in, work it up, and you're in good shape. It's just the way it is. Most of this ground around here needs to be worked a couple of days, 2 or 3 days before you plant, for the same reason. So you can get it opened up, get it aired, warmed, and dry. But enough of me babbling. As you can see, there's water standing out there everywhere in that field. This driveway is mushy, and we're supposed to get a bunch of rain, so go figure, right? There's a lot of stuff going on you guys don't know about. I'll explain it in another video. It's a lot of little stuff, and trying to make sure I don't have a year like I did last year. So we're gonna get out of here, guys. I'm going home and enjoy the rest of this day. I got half a truckload of wood I got to unload today. Been carrying around for extra weight for the snow and ice. So that needs to come out because it's supposed to be nice all week. Just wet. So we'll see you next time, guys. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I hope this is not a prelude to what this year is going to be like. I hope it straightens out and dries out to where we have a normal year, whatever that is, and we can all get some crops in and get hay baled. So we'll see you next time, guys. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. It's wet out there, no matter where you look. We'll see you next time, guys.